welcome to another installment of Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. Today, it's Warhammer Day. In fact, it's Warhammer 40K all day. If you're up for it, I've got the content. Earlier today, I covered Heroes of Blackreach, and this is a adaptation of the hero system from Devil Pig and Yellow, Heroes of Normandy and Shadows over Normandy. They have now come to taken the hero system to the Black Reach. They've taken it to Warhammer 40K universe. So take a look at that video. I'll put a link to it. And in that video, I showed you that there's a lot of stuff I bought on sale, clearance, bargain bin, dumpster diving, whatever you want to call it. I got a whole bunch of Heroes of Blackreach content on sale, and I'm sharing it with you today. So take a look at that unboxing of Heroes of Blackreach, all the stuff that's in this box, which is the core game to play this game. And what we have here is, this was like a precursor or a teaser of sort, or a sampling of Heroes of Blackreach that came out called Drop Zone, issue number 1. And so this was meant to be, I believe, kind of a way to, try the game, try it before you buy it. Try an issue of this, and if you like it, then of course you're going to want to get the big box and then start collecting all the other stuff that goes along with Heroes of Blackreach. So this was kind of in a folio here. And let's take a look at the back here. It says, there is only war. Welcome to the Heroes of Blackreach, a hero system game set in the war-torn galaxy of Warhammer 40K, or Warhammer 40,000. This special introductory scenario, Drop Zone, is designed to show you the basics and get you up to speed quickly so you can see what the merciless battles of the 41st millennium have to offer. Content: 1 tactical squad, 1 rhino, brother Malcian, 1 boys band, boys band, that's the orcs, 1 trunk, 1 battlefield, 24 action cards, 1 rule and scenario booklet. Okay, you do not need Heroes of Blackreach core box to play this game. Units and options are fully compatible with the Heroes of the Blackreach range. So everything that you get in here, this is a self-contained, one scenario. Play it, enjoy it, and if you like it, you can keep playing it. It's going to have some limited options because you're just down to these units that are in here. But if you like it, then you go about and buy Heroes of the Blackreach, and then add this on, and now you've got a lot more content to play. So this was kind of an interesting way of introducing yourself to the game. Other game companies that I see have done this in the war game space is Lock and Load. They do it for their At War, World at War, Nations at War series. They've done it. I think they've done it for their Lock and Load Tactical series, where they've kind of have a little bit of a sample of the map and the counters and the module rules. And then of course I don't think they provide the rules in the game itself. You have to download the rules, which they have digitally online, and so that's a way to try it before you buy it. And if you like it, then you're going to buy more. That's what they're doing here. But I think you actually have the rules in here, at least the basic rules in here. So let's see what we have in here. This is a little slip cover in here. There we go. So here's the Blackreach Drop Zone 1. Now that is really kind of cool. So you're going to have just a simplified version of the rules. How many pages is this? There's some advertisements on here. There's the core box, which I covered. Spoiler alert, I will be covering the Ultramarine reinforcements. I don't have the Orc reinforcements. I do have some of these storage boxes, though. I have that one, and these two. I don't have the Orc storage box because I don't have that. So there you have it. This is an example of play. It's hard to see the page numbers. Oh, there they are. So 21 pages here on the bottom. You can look there. So you got the game overview, ready for action. So this is the basics of the game here. And so this is everything you're going to need to know to play with the units that are included. Now, a lot of the This game is not overly complex, but the complexity that is there is basically contained in the special abilities, because all the information for the unit is on the counter itself, and they might have some special abilities that you might have to refer to over time. But the basic core characteristics, once you understand that and understand the basic rules of play, it is relatively easy to get into. So the key to the game, of course, is this this bottom triangle here, where you have, that's the bottom shield there, or badge. That is the defense value of this unit. That's how it performs against infantry, how it performs against light vehicles, and how it performs against heavy vehicles. And once you understand that, you've got most of the game, and then that's its movement value. So right there, that little bottom band there is really all you really need to know for the core rules. Then you get into some of the special abilities and the like there. So this is kind of nice. You have a real simplified rules. I kind of like having this. So you've got, and action cards are kind of augment play. They're more tactical. They're unique to that faction, and we only have 2 factions playable in this scenario and in the core box. It's the Ultramarines versus the Orcs, and but they're asymmetrical. So the action cards are unique to that faction and add a little bit more decision points and some special effects to the game. Here's the effects markers, recruitment, and this is where how you build out for your squad. You pick one of these templates, and then you're going to have some places to put in what you want to put in on the build out, and as long as you're keeping within either the scenario requirements, or if you want to do like a free combat, you can set like a point limit on what you want to do for your build out. This is the build out for this, which is going to include these basic units, and then you can add in units that have their own separate cost. And you can add in units, vehicles, equipment. There's other things you can add in there. Here's some example of that. And then here's the scenario. So you got this. This is the build out for the scenario, which is everything in this box. And then you got a playthrough. This is sample turns. And there you have it. So this is kind of neat. A reduced version of the rules. I mean, the rules, again, are not overly complex or very long, but a lot of the rules talk about a lot of the special abilities and some of the special characteristics of the factions. And this one, since you're dealing with just a limited a selection of units, then you don't have all that. Now, the map is not what you get in the core box. In the core box, you're going to get a thick map board. This is paper, and it's one-sided. It's a little bit bigger than what the board is in the box, but it's limited to just this paper map here. Now, the graphics and all are somewhat similar than what you're going to find in the core board. Just like all the information is on the counters, all the information you need to play the game for the terrain is on the board as well. They'll tell you whether it's blocking terrain or any of its special features that it might have. It's on the board as well. So there you have that. Paper map there. Then you have your counter sets. So you got 2 counter boards, and these counters are going to be the same as what you get in the core box. So you can just take these and make these, fold these right into the core game if you want to play with the core game. So there's an example of, here's Tief Brekas, and this is what he starts out with 4 shooters. That's what his cost is. That's his command. That affects how many kind of command tokens you get. And then you have you can pop these out, and then you can build in with some of this other stuff here. And they have a cost value as well. There's some of the squads. That's what they look like. It's a good top down. Again, this really feels like a miniatures game. And then there's the back side of them. So when they take damage, they go from 4 to 2, and then once they take some damage again, they're going to be off the board. These punch out really easily, as you can see here. And the red numbers, that's like their victory point value. If and it might be required for a scenario that you have to take out so many of these, and so that's the kind of the victory points you get for taking them out. There's some vehicles here. Here's an Ultramarine vehicle and then a Orc vehicle. So very nice counters there. And then the Ultramarines are very much, I don't have to cut these open because they're just glued there. They're kind of super soldiers, right? If you follow the Warhammer 40K universe, these are like Ultramarines. They're like superhuman soldiers or augmented. So they're going to be pretty powerful, and the orcs are they're an alien race, right? So all these cards, that's usually the Ultramarine action cards. But what they've done here is they've just put, there's usually a different orc backing on it, but they've just put all the same backing on here. But I think these cards split in between the orcs and the Ultramarine. So there's your orc action cards that are unique to them, and then you have the Ultramarine cards that are unique to them. It tells you when you can play it, and then tells you what the effect is on that. So there you have it. That is what you get in a bag or slipcover of Drop Zone #1, issue #1. I don't know if they came out with another issue or not, but this was kind of more of a teaser or sampler or try it before you buy it kind of set. And of course, if you're a completionist, you need to get it so you can add that to the core set once you get a hold of that. So anyway, this is, if you're not familiar with the hero system but you're interested in Warhammer 40K and you just want to try it out and see how it plays, this is a great idea for that. Again, I got this on sale. It was really, really cheap, and so I couldn't resist it. But this is a nice little sample game. This is, and if you play it and kind of bounce off of it and like this isn't your thing, well, you're not out that much money, and you still have this to goof around with if you want to play around on a kind of as a filler game, because it really is just one scenario. But if you like this, then you're probably you want to try out the core set, and then you'll just fold all this information into the core set. And I haven't even put anything in this yet. This is just the way it comes, and it's heavy. But then you want to fold it into that, and then you've got more options. Anyway, that's what I have for you today on as I continue on this Sci-Fi Fantasy Saturday. How many episodes will I have? Well, stay tuned and find out. Thanks all. Thanks for watching.